Hey gang, really looking forward to sharing something cool with you. You know that I'm a scrapbooker, and this channel has a bunch of scrapbook process videos on it, but I know that not everyone has time to scrapbook their photos. So what do you do with all the photos that you have on your phone? Well, that's where Aura comes into play. So this is taking your photos from your phone to this digital frame so that way you can enjoy your photos, display them. You don't even have to worry about getting them printed. All you have to do is connect it to this frame, and then you can share your photos with all your friends. It's got a couple other benefits as well that I'm going to show you right here on this box. I got this box for free from Aura to review, so that's what I'm going to be kind of doing here. It comes with a bunch of stuff here, a power cord, so you don't have to use batteries. There is you do need an AC power outlet, Wi-Fi, the free Aura app. You'll have to download iOS and Android, and it's got a really nice display. It really looks cool too. I'm going to take it out of this box so you can actually see what the frame looks like. There's unlimited cloud storage. You can share the photos with other people as well. I think that all happens through the app. So this is the gorgeous, gorgeous frame. At this point, I don't know if they have other colors. I'm sure they do, but I really like the color of this one. It actually is perfect with the color scheme in my living room. So we're going to pull this off because this has the instructions on how to use it and get started. So I'm excited to take a look at this. Once I figure all that out, I will let you guys know. So you're plugging it in, you're getting the app, connecting it to your Wi-Fi, adding some photos, inviting family members, and your frame is all set up. And then there's instructions on how to change the photos and do other cool things with it as well. So I'm going to take this off. It says happiness starts here. I've had digital photo frames in the past, and I liked them, but it was often difficult to, get the photos onto the frame because I think you had to use like a USB or a memory card, and that was kind of annoying. So this one is this is where you're going to be plugging it in right here in the back. This is what it looks like. It's very sturdy, kind of heavy. Yeah, but it looks really, really nice. And then also in the box, we have the power adapter. So as I was saying, this is going to make it easier to get those photos onto the photo frame. I think, and maybe make it a little more usable. I like having a lot of photos displayed, but as I said, it was always difficult to change out the photos, and I don't think that's going to be the case with this Aura frame. So I'm going to hook it up, and I'll show you what it looks like all set up. Okay, so one of the first things to do is download the Aura app, which I did. It's a free app available on iOS and Android. And the app, what I really liked about it was that it was very intuitive. So you can see I've already added photos to my frame. I didn't even have to look at instructions to figure out what to do. You just click Add Photos. It takes you to the photos that are on your phone. You can connect it to your Google Photos, which is really nice because I have a lot more photos there than I do on my phone itself. And then if you just click on whatever album you want, you can kind of scroll through and take a look at the pictures that you want. You click on one to select the photos, and then you can say add photo, and it will add it to the frame. You can do multiple photos. There's unlimited photo storage on here, which is really, really nice, especially if you're going to invite other people to add their own photos. Like my husband, I invited him. You could invite other family members as well to add photos from their phone. You just send an invite from the app. As you can see, I'm still loading a couple extra photos on here, but I will show you where the section is to add members. What I also like about this is that because you can add so many photos and update the photos that you're adding, I can see this frame being really great for grandparents. If you give them the frame already preloaded with photos, and then just randomly throughout the year you add in some extra ones, and it's sort of surprise for whoever owns the frame, for those grandparents to say, hey, look, there's a new photo here. I haven't seen this one before. So you can kind of keep them up to date on what the kids are doing. Really, really nice, and nobody has to print anything out. So here, there's a little add members button down there. It's got a little cutoff, and then you just add in the email or phone number and send it to them, and they have to accept the invitation in order to be added. You can also change the photos on the frame, tell the frame to switch to a different photo right from the app, and there's a little heart in the center there. If there's a particular photo that you like, or if a family member has been invited to your frame and they like a photo, they can heart it, and then the photo frame will say, hey, that's a picture that people like. Maybe that one should be played a little more often. So here's how you plug it in. It comes with the AC adapter. It's a 2-prong. So as you can see, I try to put it in one way, but there's already a plug underneath. So very easy to just flip it around because it's only 2-prong. Makes it very convenient for wherever you need to put your frame, wherever you want to display your frame. So I found that it take a little while to load up, not too long, obviously not as long as like my computer. So we're kind of just waiting for it to load. You'll see the Aura display screen. And when you first turn it on, it will ask you to connect it to your home Wi-Fi, and that was really easy to do as well. I think you have to have the app downloaded first before you can connect it. I think that's what the instructions were. So anyway, I already have my frame connected in this, so we see the Aura home screen, and then it takes you immediately to a photo. And what's cool about this is you can see it looks really nice. This is the Mason version, and it's sort of like, it's supposed to be graphite. I thought it looked really well. It's sort of like a brownish color, looked really well against our dark built-ins. So that's the picture, and I think the resolution on the screen is excellent, and if you want to switch from the frame, you just touch this interactive touch bar, just swipe across. Now when I first started doing this, I was tapping, and tapping will do something on that touch bar right there. It will give you some information about when the photo was taken, and it's also how you would tell the frame that you are liking a photo. So you would tap the touch sensor. Here you see that I've got a photo that was originally vertical, so it doesn't look so great when the frame is horizontal. You can adjust the frame. However, be aware that you have to adjust the frame a certain way, because on one side, if it's horizontal, there's the touch bar on the top. If you're turning it vertical, there's another touch bar for vertical. So what was happening there is that the touch bar was on the bottom because I didn't realize that the other interactive touch bar was on the right-hand side. So now I finally have it. You can see it says changing orientation, so you know what's going on. And there you can see I have a vertical photo. Looks much nicer vertical than it did in the horizontal, but it will try to adjust accordingly as best that it can. And here again, I'm like, why isn't the touch bar working? Because I hadn't realized there was a touch bar on the top. So it's kind of nice that you have a touch bar for horizontal and a touch bar for vertical. That's just something to keep in mind when you are using the app, or when you're using the frame as well. So there I'm using it on the top, and I'm switching between the photos. It's very easy to do. From the app, something I didn't show is that you can tell the frame how often to switch between photos. If you don't tell it how often, it will sense when to switch the photos. I'm not totally sure how it does that. Probably has something to do with the photos that are liked. Maybe it has something to do with how often someone comes over and touches the touch bar themselves. And here you can see it's so easy, even a 3.5-year-old can do it with minimal trouble. She totally got the hang of that touch screen, and she just loves looking at the pictures on the frame. So I think that's a lot of fun. The kids are going to love looking at these photos too. You're going to love that you don't have to insert a memory card or a flash drive. You don't have to worry about loading things to something else and then loading it to the frame. It just automatically loads from the app. It's so easy to do. So that's my review of the Aura digital picture frame. Definitely check out my blog post, which I'll have linked below, so you can find out a little bit more information and find out what the other 2 types of digital picture frames are, as well as links to the Aura website as well. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!